This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm here with Advanced Marketing Dynamics. Since 2012, they've been serving Denver by providing inclusive marketing programs, implementing and optimizing marketing systems, not only for businesses here in Denver, but nationwide. I'm here with Brad Dixon, who is the founder, president. Let's start off a little bit about yourself, Brad. 2012, you've been here in the Denver area, but quite honestly, quite a few years before that, all the way back in the 90s, back when the dot-com started. You bring a lot of experience to this industry. Share with me a little bit how you got started this.
We actually started in 1998, and we had some of our own products. We were actually building software and selling internationally, about 80 different countries. And it was 30 different countries, 800 customers. There we go. And so, been at it a long time. So we have watched the industry change dramatically.
I would imagine so. I mean, fast forward to today, we now live in a world that is fully digital, fully data-driven. I mean, if you look back in the 90s, we had to know what our target market was. Now, we want to know who that target market is, how we connect with them. Why do you think it's more important today, and is it more competitive today? Is that why we need things like this?
Absolutely. The industry is completely changing. It will change over the next 3 years. It's called the Internet of Things. Basically, right now we're tracking about 125 million. By the end of next month, we'll be tracking about 220 million people across the country, where you're going, what products you're buying, what you're searching for, so that I can bring back to my clients, hey, these people are looking for what you're selling. And with the advent of social media, it's just become the most critical. Everything is going to be data-driven from this point forward.
I believe that. I mean, everybody wants a piece of the pie, and we want a piece of our target market out there. Yet, I see owners still sometimes veering out with a do-it-yourself approach, deciding they're going to try to do this on their own. Why is that not real beneficial for them, and I would imagine not very effective?
Well, basically what I say to a business owner is this. You know your business. If you knew marketing, you'd be a marketing agent. And so that's really where we come in. And I do work with a lot of owners. I'll share business tips even today as we go along. One of the biggest things that really wins the deal nowadays is a multi-touch, multi-channel across Google, Facebook, different places, multi-device. Get on the mobile phones, desktops. You have to be everywhere, and it's called mastery. You want your customers, potential customers, to master your message. Well, that comes through correct information given on a daily basis, delivered over time. Then they master your message. So just a one-time click on your website isn't going to cut it. And that's where we come in.
Fantastic. I can understand some of these business owners with the do-it-yourself mentality. I, for myself, for one, and they're frustrated. I mean, quite honestly, there's so many marketing gurus out there that are basically, we realize that a marketing budget can get wiped out in one shot. No results came from it. I would imagine this is a story that you're probably pretty familiar with.
Very familiar. I have guys tell me, I spent thousands of dollars and I didn't get anything. And, what I always tell my customers is, look, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And so we really try and make sure we have programs that we'll do literally thousands of impressions on ad networks that they don't even pay for. They only pay when we actually send a client in the door. And so that's kind of how we're different. We really try and make sure that our customers get the value that they're looking for, that it makes sense.
Speaking of being different, I mean, your organization has taken steps to separate yourselves from a lot of these marketing professionals out there. In 2013, you understood the strength of numbers. You aligned yourself with over 300 agencies. Tell me how that made a big difference, and what does that mean for your clients?
Well, really what we did, we joined several agency organizations. And so by having this great pool of agencies across the country, literally around the world, our research and development is combined so that and that's really where we come in. We try and keep our customers in front of the cutting edge of technology. So we know what's coming and we're able to get there first. And by having all of the agencies pool our resources, then we each individually have a lot more to offer our clients.
A lot more to offer. I mean, you're actually able to say that you're able to do what no individual agency could ever do, really. I mean, with all that information.
That's very correct. And that's what I love about what I do, is being able to bring all this to the table, and to be able to have this for my clients to be able to move their business forward.
You're talking about bringing product. You're bringing your product to the table here, but for you, it's more than just pushing products out there to your client. It's really about deciding what product's best for them. You've got an arsenal that you're able to provide. Why has the customization approach been very successful for you?
Well, every business is different, and who their target market is different. So we have to determine what it is they want to accomplish, who their target market is. As an example, I've got one here in my pocket. Beacon technology is becoming huge nowadays. Beacon technology, this little beacon, they come bigger and smaller. This actually broadcasts 650 feet and can send a message out to an Android phone that has their Bluetooth on. And of course, most people have their earpiece in, they've got their Bluetooth on. And so I actually put this in a fitness club the other day. And the next morning, I got a call from the owner, and he said, "Oh my gosh, I went next door to Starbucks, and there were 3 people in there on their mobile phones looking at my offer. This is insane." And so, this is being put in airports to direct you. This is being put in museums, smaller versions that just do a very short range to tell you about that specific art piece. You can actually hook this up to the mobile wallets, and people can actually pay your business with a beacon. So this is the cutting edge technology, and so that may be right for some of the clients that are listening. They might
talk about a great captive audience right there. That is fantastic. Obviously, you're talking about places, gyms, auto dealerships. What are some of the industries? I mean, you can help any business out there, but what are some of the industries that you really seem to specialize in? You've had some great results.
We do medical, dental, chiropractic, those types of things. We do mortgage and financial services, auto dealers. And then with our new program, like I mentioned, the thousands of ad impressions that they don't pay for, that's actually with a company that represents the membership clubs for Bank of America, Wells Fargo, United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Yelp, Yellow Pages. And so they can get their ads on there for absolutely nothing. And then they just pay for the revenue that comes in the door. So they're hooked in with Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. So we have a lot of capabilities to really help just about any business, no matter what the business.
No matter what the business. Let's give an example here. Let's say an auto dealership. It's not a question today if someone out there is wanting to buy an automobile. The question is who they are, where they're at, how can we contact them? What can a business expect when they tap into that?
Okay, we have in-market leads, specifically helpful with auto dealers. Basically, I know everybody in this area that's looking to buy a car right now because of what we are able to do online, the data that we're able to provide. And so when I take that to an auto dealership, we say, look, it's the multi-touch, multi-device, platform, going to different platforms. As long as you get out to your customer over and over again, you're top of mind, that's going to put you far ahead of your competition.
Absolutely. I mean, when I see, really the truth is there's plenty of business out there. There's plenty of prospects out there, but the question is, are they finding you? I mean, share with me why really at the heart of what you do is being found.
Exactly. I always say that, we help you target the needles. So many people out there just hope that they're going to catch the needles. They broadcast to the masses and get their message out there and hope that they're going to catch the needles. We're able to fine-tune the marketing down to the needles, the people that are looking for what you have right now, so that the bulk of your ad spend, and it's cheaper ad spend, by the way, when you know who you're going after. So we help you target the needles.
That is amazing. There's so many places that a prospect can find your business. I mean, are you talking about submitting to a lot of different places so that people are able to find these companies?
Absolutely, and with the directory service that we do, that's exactly what happens. We get you, maybe 300 or 400 different directories across the internet. But what that does is that helps your Google listing. That raises your rankings in Google. So a lot of those things come together to make an effective marketing campaign.
I would have to say that we as consumers, we have a computer in our hand now, we're a lot more demanding. We're almost impatient. How important is it that once we find somebody, that information better be accurate, it better be good? I mean, content is king. This is quite a management process, I would imagine, for a company to come in and do for someone.
Yes, very much so. And people are amazed. We actually provide a free service where we run an analysis of your business and where you are online. And people are always amazed when they get back. Address was wrong, phone number was wrong on these different sites, because it gets aggregated out there and then it gets multiplied. And so that's one of the things that we do, and helps businesses be able to fine-tune their message to the masses to make sure it's right.
It's amazing. They say we only have one chance at a first impression, yet we don't know where that impression is going to be, so you got to make sure you're pretty much covering the board. I see a lot of gurus out there. They take one thing that they're good at, then they kind of push it on the client. They tell the client, this is the magic bullet. This is what's going to help you. Yet your approach really is more of an arsenal of things that you're able to do for people and then custom tailored to them. I would imagine the results pretty much show that.
Well, and that's really why I feel that we are different. Because, there's a lot of people, they sell one thing and they sell. I come in basically as a consultant. I want to find out what your business is, what you do, what you want to accomplish, and then we're going to take a look at what we have that we can bring to the table. And if it doesn't fit, if it's not right, I'll tell you, I don't want to shove a product off on somebody just to make a sale. I want a client for life. I want to be able to take care of them.
You can call them potential customers, prospects, but be it back in the 90s when you began or today, still the lifeblood of business is these basically in-market leads. I mean, that's what it's really about. It's a numbers game, but you got to know what those numbers are, I'd imagine.
Well, and that's what amazes me so many times about business owners, because they're not marketers, but they don't have any idea what their numbers are. What is your lifetime value of a customer? Just all the metrics of their business. How many people have come to your website? Are you retargeting? That's probably the number one thing right now. You've had somebody to your website, but 99% of the people leave your website without doing anything. And so you can actually retarget them, and we can help customers with that as well.
It's amazing. Anyone who's been in business out there, not even opened their doors yet, knows you can spend a lot of money in marketing right off the get-go. So this really shotgun approach is not the greatest bang for your buck. You call it a 97-3, yes. Going after this 3 because the 97 are not looking for you in the first place.
Exactly. At any given point, there's only 3% of the marketplace that's looking for whatever it is that you sell. And so if you're TV ad stuff, that's great for branding. Okay, but you want to focus on those 3%. You want your bulk of your ad spend because it's a lot less expensive.
Absolutely. Best bang for the buck in that way. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a little bit more. Learn a little bit more about this company. Basically, do your due diligence when you're looking for a marketing person out there to launch your business into tomorrow. Like you said, it's an industry that changes all the time. Check out their services page there. Obviously, testimonials are something you want to check out as well. If you take a look at his website, it's quite honestly an educational experience right there. You can learn quite a bit. You've got a blog right there, but set up an appointment. They'll decide what package they can get together for you. And really, like you said, you can help any company pretty much that is out there. Let me ask you, folks out there, they Google you, hopefully they're going to find product or service that you have. What about reputation? Is that something that you can help them with as well? Because definitely that can hurt your business. That's
been our key product really since 2012. That's really kind of where we began to cut our teeth because so many times, particularly with the advent of social media, number one, a lot of businesses don't know about what's being said on social media, because they're not tracking it. They don't, so they can't really respond to that. And you get customers mad. They go out to Facebook. They post a bad review, whatever. And so we can definitely help companies with that. Back in the 90s, it was strictly a Google search situation. We've gone beyond that now. Like you said, social media is a big piece of that pie there. Not only are you able to find your prospects, but really there's an engagement piece there that happens. Is that something that you're able to help through? Absolutely, because today everything is connected on the internet. It used to be like in the auto market, people would go to about, I think it was like 5.6 auto dealers before they'd make their decision. Now the average is 1.3 auto dealers before they make their decision, because they've spent several months online researching all the facts and figures and where do they want to go. And it's really pretty much that way in just about any industry. They're going to go online, they're going to see who's put reviews about them, different products, what's the best product for what I want. And that's where they're going to go. They're going to go to the internet. So you have to have a great internet presence, know what you're doing, and that's where we can help.
That's a big difference compared to the past. I mean, it's amazing what a professional team like yourself can do for a company, especially over time. Like you say, daily. It's amazing what can happen organically. Why is it important for sometimes people to couple that organic with basically pay per performance? And is that somewhere you can help them with?
Exactly, and that's what I really like about what we do. We can charge for pay-per-click and banner ads and all those sorts of things. But when it can come on a pay-per-performance basis, then they know that we actually produce for them. It wasn't just ad spend that was thrown away.
It's amazing. We as consumers, we now know we have power at our laptop, at our computer, what we're able to find, like you say. We have a computer in our hand. What I think we sometimes forget about is the fact that this is actually a telephone. This is a phone. People still use that. You mentioned Bluetooth earlier. That part of it, which is the direct voicemail, was that a component that you felt pretty much driven to add to your piece?
Well, it really was. We started with the ringless voicemail. It's been out for about 8 years, where we can actually call potential customers, leave a voice message without ringing their phone. With the advent of the smartphone, that technology has become flawed and would ring the phone, would call multiple times. It was really causing problems. I completely nixed the program. We went back to the drawing board. Again, because of our agency connections, we were able to redevelop the technology to the point that we can actually put a voicemail into a potential customer's cell phone without ringing their phone. And that's been critical. We actually do it the right way. And without the other agencies all pulling together, we couldn't have done that. So it really allowed us to be able to do some amazing things.
So basically, it's a technology that's been around for 8 years, but it had some flaws that needed some ironing out.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what I love about what I do. We have a number of things that we can bring to the table. And imagine with this beacon technology, I mean, I know you have a lot of consumers out there, but maybe they run a mom runs she's a mompreneur, she runs a home-based business or whatever, or maybe a network marketing company. Imagine having this in your pocket and you go to the stadium and it says, hey, if you'd like to take a look at what we have, go, click here, and it takes them to the webpage. I mean, this is something you can just have in your pocket and take with you. So this is the technology that even just somebody working out of their home, doing something like that, could use something like this. So it is pretty cool.
Very cool. Brad, let me ask you this, leave you with this. You've been around since really the .com began back in the 90s. Do you still enjoy what you do? Is it challenging to be able to stay ahead of the curve for your clients?
I enjoy what I do today more than I did back in 1998, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, that was the Wild West days of the internet. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But today, technology is advancing so rapidly. They're coming out with so many advances that, for me, it's that challenge of just I want to know what's coming next before it gets here, so that we can be ahead of the curve and make sure that our clients are getting the most and the best value for what we can do for them.
So obviously the first step, Brad, is for people just to reach out, set up a consultation. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do give a free consultation. One of the things that I try and bring to the table, again, like I said, the report, the analysis that we run for the client, even if they don't do business with us, they're going to walk away having some business intelligence that they would not have otherwise had. We also have a couple of free gifts on our website as well. Social covers. Your social cover is 50% of your page, like on Facebook. Most people throw up a picture in their name and that's it. But that's a billboard that you could actually put offers, you could put holiday greetings, you could change that out, and that gives your members the opportunity to promote you. Oh, take a look at this. This is really cool. So those are some of the things that we do, and again, it's on our website. Some free things that they can get. So.
Which is a lot better than just putting your name out there. That's a place you can put content out there that people are going to engage with, even an interview.
Yes.
Fantastic. Last time viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website. On the website, first of all, take a look at the contact page there. Real easy to set up an appointment. Also check out their blog. Quite a few things you can learn there. a complete arsenal of services. Basically, they've lined themselves up with over 300 agencies, and they're able to bring you something that an independent agency really just can't do for you at all. Understand you need to go out and do your due diligence. This is a Lima certified company, and they've been around since the late 90s, established here in 2012. That is Advanced Marketing Dynamics. Sometimes knowing something that others do not know is the key to success. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.